Not many people will crucify me for this, but I will say it anyways. As a minimum wage earner, you do not have any business buying a bag of rice. If all you can afford is a pint of rice or even a derica, please buy it and stop putting unnecessary pressure on yourself. Because suddenly everyone on social media now buys bag of rice and will pretend as if we do not know what pint of rice or derica of rice is. As a minimum wage earner, you don't have any business using Uber, Bolt or private taxis to work except for emergencies or very special occasions. Your keke napep, danfo, korope or okada is enough. Even I, that I'm talking to you, I earn way above minimum wage and I don't use Uber. Because financial intelligence is not about what you earn. You don't have any business renting apartments in high-end neighborhood and then complaining about the rent being too much. You want to stay in a rich man area so you can get close to the rich. It's foolishness. Living within your means. There are areas and housing options that match every income bracket. Choose based on your reality, not desire to impress others. If you are on minimum wage, you have no business putting your children in schools where tuition is in hundreds of thousands of naira. Your children don't need a school with an Olympic-sized swimming pool and imported whiteboards to succeed in life. What they need is a foundational education, and there are schools that fit your income bracket without putting you into debt. If there is no sponsorship for you to travel abroad and you are not actively seeking scholarship.
Shut up. What the F? Guy, these guys. See. Every single time I see these APC guys, this is gaslighting of the highest order. This is gaslighting. You guys cannot fix the system. Own up. You've plunged just to poverty. Why are you sending? And go to the comment section. Oh, beautiful message. All of them in the same court, in the same group, in the same community of wicked politicians and political psychopaths. Hallelujah, boys and girls. Oh, nice one. This is what national orientation worth. Do you need anybody to be told this? If a system is working with the amount of monies that you have borrowed, you have plunged this country to poverty. You have removed subsidy for light, subsidy for petroleum products. Yet you are still borrowing and people cannot live. Look at schools and hospitals around. You are telling us that as a minimum, who is still talking about minimum wage in 2026? People are talking about living wage. You think that this government cannot conveniently pay 300,000 to workers and enforce laws that private sector do same and people will not live better? Of course, you will remove. You will put what's it called? You will put toll gates on all the roads because that money must be gotten back. And then you come and then you want to gaslight Nigerians. This is the nonsense that I don't like about these people. Nobody tells them the truth. And I know her. She's an APC Hallelujah girl. She's a member of the KICAS club. And that's why you're not coming to do financial intelligence education. Instead of you to fix the problem. Nobody even say that it's wrong to do all of this. But if this is your focus, instead of dealing with the main problem, what is the main problem? A government that is not prudent with resources, that is not accountable and responsible, that is not fixing the main problem. How many schools? Which one be that put your children? How many is our educational institution or educational system even foreseeable to be that somebody can function there? What are you talking about? All the money that has been made from this government the last 3 years, can we give a quality account of what has been invested into? You speak grammar of NEF funds and all of that. Shut up your mouth. Shut up, Bianeva. Saveruao. There's a problem. And when you ask for accountability, they begin to look for all sides to sell narrative and rhetorics. You are the one now educating us suddenly. How much of this education did PDP do when Bola Tinubu raised an army of militants, media militants and hostile people, barrage of criminals to constitute nuisance and pursue the Jonathan's government out of power? Suddenly you are now in power. After successive years of continually failed policies and programs, you are now advising us that we can live within our means. Wabe you are. Deal with the problem. You cannot stay away from government. Stop. Is the advice? Did they engage the government to come and be advising citizens? Allow the citizens decide. How many times do you see governments of other countries coming to advise citizens about how to manage meager resources that is given to them? And there is no law that even there are still the workforce of Nigeria as it was today still pays below minimum wage. But of course, the government would appreciate optics, propaganda, drama than fixing the problem. The minimum wage is supposed to be a law. Abi, how many companies have been sealed because they fail to pay minimum wage? People are even asking for living wage. Then you are now a motivator. That's the new job. And if you see the comment section was even more furious. Okay, good message. This is what they should hear. Tell them. Tell who? You that is hungry. Hallelujah. You get money for this now. You have put this out. You say it's getting traction and they pay you. People remain in poverty. Fix the system. Fix power and security. Give Nigerian security. Keep your advice. Fix power. Let that be your barest minimum. Basically, fix that. Welfare and security of citizens. That is the primary focus of government. Your own focus is not to advise citizens on how to live within their means. As if what is it on planet Earth can make 77,000 useful, or any family can use 77,000 with the current realities. If not be beg, they want beg. That's why everybody is not being bullied into us. You have to accept the begging of everybody. Everybody begs every day. Shut up your mouth. Again, shut up your mouth.
Thank you, Mr. Common Sense, for shutting her up. I've been seeing this girl, the yarn up pata, and she go, they feel proud, they talk nonsense. See, lies cannot overcome the truth. That is what I know. And darkness cannot overcome light. How you want to buy, if you know bag of rice, how you want to, don't be money. So what she's trying to tell us that is a basket of rice, I mean 1 pint of rice, is affordable. Is it affordable? It's not affordable. How much are they selling one basket of rice? That you're talking, all those things that you're saying people should buy small, all those things are very, very expensive. That your minimum wage, or even if you are collecting more than minimum wage, it is not enough. What is she talking about? They just come out and be spewing nonsense. That is how the other day Joe Igbokwe came out and said, oh, they sell yam how much in UK? Translate it out, try to equate it with the amount they sell it in Nigeria. The other day too, who was talking, I don't know who was even, I think Alake too was recently, he was just comparing what is happening in the UK and Nigeria, as if we are receiving the same amount of salary. Recently, who again, Tokpe Faswa, that one was even talking nonsense, that 10,000 naira is enough to feed a family for how many days. Is that how it ought to be? You are talking about a minimum wage. People should buy all those. Can you even afford? Do you know, even in the local area, how much do they rent house? How much do the landlord gives us their landlords give out their houses? Even 1 cup of rice, do you know how much you are going to buy? How much was it before? I don't understand. They'll just come out and be talking nonsense. Are people living above their means? Some people say she's right. Right in what sense? That is why you always like to listen to your oppressors. You don't want to blame them, shifting the blame, blaming yourself. But she's right. This has nothing to do with politics, but financial intelligence. Now, not be where you get money. Now they do financial intelligence. Explain how. Have you ever been out of Nigeria? She just spit utter nonsense. Suffer no dey tire una. She's not even right anything. Our government should fix the economy. Poverty mentality. It has a lot to do with it's brotherly. You are under his pay. Uber is not luxury in South Africa. A cleaner at the mall in South Africa can afford a bag of mealie meal, rice, sam, and necessary grocery for their families. Mind you, they have stable electricity, so they load credit as well. Being deprived of the most basic things of life for too long is the difference here. Okay, stop political issues. This is common sense. Which common sense? It is nonsense, Oga. It is nonsense, man. Where is the sense in what she said? Just continue to suffer. Just continue to bear. How can people bear suffering for 4 years? You say you have policies that the policies will materialize, will yield positive results when you don't know. After you must have left. Meanwhile, this guy told us that after 8 years of Tinubu, that is when Nigeria will begin to see the dividends of all these nonsense policies they've rolled out, and you say the people should clap for them. The problem is that we always want to adapt to living poorly instead of fight for improvement. You can imagine, average house now is 450,000 for self-contained. In many states, Lagos, Ibadan, Ogun, Anambra, Imo, Abuja, Nasarawa, transport is at an all-time high. People spend about 225,000 for transport just to walk. Normal plate of food wey fit get you life now like 2,500 per plate with tiny meals. With a minimum wage, it is if you save for 6 months, you wouldn't even get a 450,000 rent, and you have to save all your salary. Normal new graduates earns around 150,000 now. Okay, how you want save to buy food after paying a transport fare of 135,000? Now, Opata, now, Opata, she